So unfortunately, this is going to be a video that doesn't have any visuals. Just listen. Okay, so here's a question I get asked all the time. How much does it cost to paint my motorcycle? Now, there's no set answer. There's a lot of variables that go into this. For example, if it's a solid color versus a metallic versus a pearl, those three are going to be totally different. It could be the same color. We could say red, which is the most expensive. It could be a red, but the solid red will be cheaper than a metallic red or a pearl red. Light colors are also expensive, and they're not expensive due to the fact of all the pigments and whatnot involved. They're expensive because you use double the material. So let's say yellow and white, for example. Those two colors use double the material because it doesn't cover. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the cost of goods. That just means everything I need in order to paint. A lot of these materials are divided out. Here's what I mean by that. The latex gloves come in 100 count, so they're $30. I'm not gonna charge the customer $30 for 100 count of gloves when I did not use 100 count for their job. So if I know I can get a certain amount of jobs done out of those 100 count gloves, I'm gonna divide the price of the gloves, $30, into the amount of jobs. And I do that for every product possible that I can. Tape, sandpaper, primer, clear coat, you get the point. Okay, so here is exactly what I need in order to paint your motorcycle. I need paint, primer, clear. I need sandpaper, tape, paper, gloves, masking plastic, fine line tape, adhesion promoter, reducer, primer hardener, clear hardener, sanding blocks, 7.25% of tax, the business phone bill. Yes, the business phone bill, because otherwise, how are you going to get in contact with me to do the work for you? Gun cleaning material, waste disposal. There's some other things that I throw in on the paint job that I'm not adding in here, but that's okay. But one thing that I'm not including is the painter's pay, the bodyman's pay, and then the polisher's pay. But you get the point. Now, I try to keep my prices as low as possible so everybody can afford it, but it still needs to turn profit. Depending on the paint job, some of this material isn't needed. Sometimes tape isn't needed. I don't need to mask anything off. It's an overall paint job. I might not need the masking paper because, again, I don't have to mask anything up. And I might not need masking plastic, fine line tape, or the D-cup refills. D-cups are the plastic container that you put the paint in for the paint gun. But I might not need a lot of that stuff. So that stuff I can take off for your particular paint job. I just did my calculations last night. And as of January 7th, 2023, $1,103 is the cheapest I can do. This is without compromising quality, because yes, there are cheaper primers. Yes, there are cheaper clear coats. Yes, there is cheaper paint, but you get what you pay for. And I understand that sometimes it's not fair. Your motorcycle may have 5 pieces. So I get told all the time, bro, it's 5 pieces. Why is it costing so much? It's not that hard. My answer honestly is my material cost is the same no matter how many pieces you have. I can't promise you I'm going to be the cheapest. Matter of fact, I don't want to be the cheapest. What I can promise you is a good quality product that's going to hold up for the long haul, and it won't get lost in the parking lot. I want to thank you for listening. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, advice, go ahead and feel free to drop it in the comments.